This is Jasmine here, your small town gray witch, and I'm totally here to talk to you about an amazing subscription I get every month called The Witch's Roots. I know it's backwards, but we'll do what we do. I'm going to open the box, but first, I really want to show you the website. I think it's a really cool subscription box. I just wanted to say that I am not sponsored. They don't even know I exist other than sticking a name on a package and me paying the money. So I just wanted to tell you guys how cool it is, and especially because it's decently low cost, and for beginner witches, it's a great way to stock up your herbs. So let's get to the actual website, shall we? So this is the website. It's actually called The Witch's Moon. The Witch's Roots is just a actual subscription in the Witch's Moon website. They do have 3 different subscriptions. They have the Witch's Moon, they have the Witch's Bounty, and then they have the Witch's Roots subscription boxes. I do the Witch's Roots. The Witch's Roots. It's more designed towards the herbal aspects of being a witch. So they do send herbs. They send different actual grimoire pages for the herbs. They give you all the information, and then they send some other goodies. This is actually the cheapest also of the subscription boxes, and I adore it. I just wanted to say that. I do have their page up here so you can see the prices. So if you are in the United States, it's $30 with shipping. And then for international, it's $39, but for Canada, it is $36. And they make that very differently clear because things cost different prices to ship. But they really do try to keep it, I think it's 23 technically without shipping or something like that. They don't advertise it, they advertise it with shipping. So therefore you know exactly what you're paying each month. I tend to get my box generally on the 10th. I know that this video might come up a few days later than the 10th, but that's okay. I will try to be a little more precise on exactly when I get it, but that's okay. I'm still working at this. Alright. So I just wanted to show you, it's the Witch's Moon website, and then all you have to do is click on the Witch's Roots subscription. That will bring you to that. If you want to check out the Witch's Bounty or the Witch's Moon, you can look in the up and coming sections. I know a bunch of YouTubers who post these different boxes, so if you want an eye on what's inside in the past boxes, go ahead and look it up. But for now, we're sticking with back to this. Let's open our box. Now, they normally do a herb. They do a incense. They sometimes do oils, but it's definitely herb, incense, and grimoire pages. So they usually come with a page like this that gives you all of the information of the different items. We will be looking at that as we pull out items. Excuse me, I have to cough. Sorry about that. So they always send a tarot card or oracle card or something for that is picked specifically for that person. So each one of you guys will be getting a different oracle card that is intuitively picked just for you. So mine, and I actually like to keep these. I'm hoping to make like a full deck of them one day, but it is what it is. So mine has the shells on the back side, and then it says 21, the fertile heart. Receptive eyes wide open, uncover. And then that is the picture on it. It's actually really gorgeous. I tend to put these on my altar, one of my altars, throughout the month until I get the other one. And I tend to just look at the images every day and kind of see what really clicks in my head and what is intuitively talking to me. So, oh, this is the Aphrodite box. They tend to give a lot of grimoire pages. They just do. And in the up and coming, they will kind of give you an idea of what each box's general concept is, so you can skip a box or blah blah if you don't like it. Sorry, I have to drink. It's one of those days. It's just one of those relaxy, hot, weather, crappy, humid days around here. So they actually usually send out a couple of grimoire pages. This one is the Aphrodite grimoire page. I know I said I would look at the list, but we'll do that when needed. So the Aphrodite grimoire page. I love these because I actually like putting them in my grimoire and then decorating around them. However, I think these are awesome just to read. Gives you information about a goddess, god, different aspects. I know last month they sent us this whole big, like, actual runes, kind of wooden moon chips. It was actually really cool, and they gave us a grimoire page for how to use them and what they stand for and so on and so forth. It was really cool. So this one's about Aphrodite. I'm not going to read this entire thing because it's just too much for this video, and I talk enough as is. So then they give arnica flower. That's interesting. So we have a arnica flower grimoire page. So like I said before, they tend to do whatever leaf or flower that you get that is the grimoire is usually in the box. So you'll actually get at least a small sample of said flower or root or herb or whatever. I know arnica is actually really good for bruises and really good for muscle pain. I have a muscle stick with it. I love the muscle creams. I love the bruise creams because God knows I'm a klutz. So arnica flower, really good for muscle pain and bruises. Just saying. Make a salve, put it on your muscles, make it hurt. Really great for bruises, whether you do a salve or you do like a compress, like just grind it up, put some water on it, patch it on, and let it sit there. The more wet you can kind of keep it. You don't want to soak it, but like the more damp you can kind of keep it for the longer, the more that it seeps into your skin. If it insta dries out, then you got some dry flowers on your skin. Good job. But salves, ointments of arnica, really good for that. This one says other names, and it lists other names. Celestial influence is the sun. Zodiac is Leo and Sagittarius. Chakras, solar plexus, and heart. It talks about the colors, the stones that go with it, the botanicals that go with it, animals that are associated, magic beings, magical properties, and use. So it says arnica is believed to offer protection against negative entities and evil spirits. It is often used in protection sachets, charms, rituals to ward off harm and ensure safety. Due to its medical uses, arnica is also seen as a powerful herb for healing in magical practices. It is used for spells and rituals to promote physical and emotional healing, speed recovery, and alleviate pain. So it kind of situates with the medical uses and the spiritual uses kind of coincide. That's interesting. Carrying or using arnica in rituals is thought to endue a person with bravery and resilience. Arnica is believed to have properties that can enhance love and attraction. It might include in love spells or charms and draw love or affection. Arnica is also associated with good luck and sometimes used in charms or rituals intended to attract good fortune and success. So again, it goes through all that information. I just read the small little bit. So this totally gives you what you can use it for. A lot of the times it will also tell you how to use it. Like it was saying, put it in satchels, put it in this. I just know to put it in salves and stuff because I'm a klutz. So we're going to put that to the side. They always give us all these extra little things in the box, which I guess is really good for packing. But that's the one thing that that me and my husband both dislike about this box is that we'll find these little things for the next 3 days around my house. Because as much as I try to keep it condensed, it falls. My cats play with it. It is what it is. So they always give us a candle. So there's always a herb, an incense, and a candle, and grimoire pages. They kind of keep it so you kind of know what you're getting, and then there's a little extra things that you don't know. A lot of the times they do send a stone of some sort as well. So, ooh. This candle is actually different. As you can see, it's already slightly anointed. Usually that's not the case. They are usually rolled beeswax candles. and they burn amazingly. This one's just anointed. I'm gonna put it back in its thing so all the stuff doesn't fall off. But that is actually really cool. I want to know what it's anointed with. So let's look here again. I have this paper, so give me one sec. The Amir spell candle is hand rolled to contract love, beauty in your practice. Rose petals have been dressed upon its surface, placed there to represent potency and passion. And then it's like, don't leave the candle burn unattended, don't leave it with children. So it's actually dressed with rose petals this time. Usually I take them out of the paper and put them, I have a whole cabinet full of witchy weird things in my corner of my bedroom. But I think I'm going to leave this in the paper so the rose petals don't flake off. That is really cool. That's actually something they don't usually do, is address the candle for you. And I love that it's for Aphrodite, it's rose petals. But you can use it for whatever you want. It doesn't have to be an Aphrodite thing. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a love thing. I use rose petals for a whole bunch of stuff. So, opening different things. Let's get to the stuff we already know. Arnica flower. So like I said, you can even put these in a mortar pestle, and then grind them up and put a little bit of oil or water on them and then put them on your skin, and that will help relieve bruises or pain. That's the medical use. God knows my husband collects so many herbal medical kind of books. I gotta know a little bit of it. So it comes in a cute package with a cute little seal. After you're done using all of this, you can even peel this off because they peel off pretty easy, as long as you're gentle. And then you could even put it, like, stick it somewhere else or put it in your book, because I love the little pictures and stuff. And yeah, does it say the witch's roots on it? Yeah, but who cares? You know where you got it. And like, this is really great to put on, like, if you have that jar, if you're one of those fancy people who have time and I don't, you could even peel this off, stick it in a jar, put this in the glass jar, because I know a lot of witches don't like plastic bags. I don't mind them, but you could even use, because it's just so pretty. It's pretty. I know, right? I'm weird. It is what it is. Sorry that I'm coughing so much, guys. It's because I'm kind of getting over a cold. And my throat's not happy with me. I think it's the heat plus the, oh my god, and the pollen's been crazy, so. Ooh. So this is an oil. They do tend to give oils a good amount of time. It says Venus on this, and this is a beautiful oil. It's an anointing oil. If it's a spray bottle oil, then they will give the spray cap to it, but they don't usually ship them with the spray caps on, just because mess. But just generally saying, I love the anointing oils, and Venus is amazing. So let's go into here and just kind of see what they have to say about the Venus Magical Anointing Oil. This wonderful fragrant blend is created to be a companion with your path toward working with Aphrodite. As you anoint your magical tools, amulets, and elixirs, allow the energies of passion, beauty, and health to follow, especially during rituals and enchantment and love. Be mindful of signs and symbols found through your practices and daily chores. As Aphrodite, or Venus, it has Venus in parentheses, may provide you with a push in the right direction. The special blend has been created with the oils of jasmine, vanilla, rose, and our Affection Effect oil blend. In addition, dried rose, strawberry leaf, and lavender buds have been added. You will also find the quartz crystal within the oil to bring power and programming to your intent. Note that if you're putting this on your skin, like, just be aware people have issues with skin touchy things, so maybe just do a little dot and see how you break out, and then go from there. Don't rub it all over your body and then have fun times going to the doctors for that. So I'm gonna open this and smell this. And I love putting a little, if I'm trying to do something with my day, or if I'm just having a bad day, I love taking things out like this with my intention and putting it just on my forehead, and then going to work or going to the store or relaxing around the house, because it's kind of like putting it on my third eye and reminding me to have that intention throughout the day and try to remind me and bring it to my subconscious and everything else that goes on. So I love doing that. I am the girl who walks around with oil on her head. This really does smell very sweet. Very much like very floral. Kind of like when your grandmother brings in fresh flowers from her garden and then puts them on her kitchen table. And it just smells up the house on a warm summer day, but not too warm, with a light breeze. That's what this brings to my head, is just going into my grandmother's house, and she's picked lilacs and roses and everything else, and she has a big bouquet on her table, and her back door and her front door are both open, like her sliding back door, so the breeze is coming through and wafting the smell through the house. Did they say lilac was in this? I know they said jasmine, vanilla, rose, strawberry leaf, and lavender is in this. It's probably the lavender. We have a couple different lavender fields up north from where I live. It's really nice. Like, that is very sweet love to me. Like, that smells like sweet love more than like fiery passion. It smells like sweet love to me. I really, really like that. That is gorgeous. So let's do this one, because this one's a little smaller. I don't know what this is. Ooh. So like I said, they do usually give us a crystal. They usually have it tumbled, so this is actually really, really nice. You can see the different shimmers. I want to say this is either a geode section or amethyst, just based off the color, but I'll read to tell you if I was right or not, because I'm really bad at guessing stones, unless I know them by heart. There's like 4 I know by heart, but I don't know if you can see this, and then the backside is like really rough, so that's why I want to say geode. But pink amethyst. I said amethyst. For once I was right. I was like, it looks a little light, but it's pink amethyst. I was right. It's not geode. I'm so stupid, but still, I was right about the amethyst. A true crystal of compassion and self-love, pink amethyst crystal allows us to heal old wounds and release negative thoughts of self-doubt. Elemental is water and earth, and it is, I know that my camera is just not showing this properly, but this is just gorgeous. I can't get the right light on this thing, but that is I'm excited for that. I'm gonna put this back in the bubble wrap, just because until I find a good spot for this, I don't want to have it knock and do something silly. I know it's probably not going to do that, but I have one other thing that I don't know what it is, but I do know that they always give us incense at the very bottom of the box, and I kind of want to save the thing I don't know for the last bit, because it looks like a bigger thing. So the thing that we don't know, the surprise thing, is this. But it's like they added a little extra to all the normal things that we get. So this is amber incense. If you can't burn in your house, I don't know what to tell you. Go for a walk and burn it and enjoy it. I brought some incense camping. They do put incense in every box. I know a friend who hands all their incense to me, because they can't deal with the smell. But, oh, it smells really good. And I think I have some amber incense. So, that is so good. And amber is my middle name, so it's kind of like a sweet smell to me, because it's personalized. But I just love incense. So, the very last thing, I have no idea what this thing is. I'm kind of super excited. It feels like a statue. They do send little statues. Oh, I was right. So, it's a little Aphrodite statue. It does say Aphrodite on the bottom. Now, Aphrodite is not a goddess I work with normally, if at all. Um, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous little statue. It's probably about 3 inches tall, I want to say. She's coming out of the shell. She's depicted with a dove of some sort. Like, same kind of concept that you would think for Aphrodite. I love getting little statues like this. I've only gotten one other little statue from the Witch's Roots box, but I adore this. Yes, Aphrodite is not my normal goddess, so I don't tend to worship her, but there has been times where it comes to that. The other thing is, I personally like keeping things until I find a good place for them. So, like, if someone needs something or someone really starts working with Aphrodite, I'm like, I'll get back to you. And I bring them the things that they might need or may like or may blah blah. So I will keep this, even if it doesn't go on my altar. And then maybe I can help another witch out, because, witch, please, we need to help each other sometimes. Especially because those things are kind of hard to find. So I will put that away, and then I will hold on to it until either she calls to me or I find some place that she needs to be. Because that's the way it is. So we've gone through just about everything. I'm going to cough again. Sorry. It's horrible. I know. I'm horrible. But I'm obsessed with this box. I love arnica flower, so I'm so excited to have a decent, this is a pretty big, decent amount. I have some in my first aid bag, because it's just that good, just plain flour, and I keep it in my kitchen for when I accidentally walk into the table. Yeah, that's me. But I'm so happy to have more, because a lot of the witches or botanical or blah 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 shops don't necessarily keep it in stock for whatever reason, especially in the winter. Stock gets low around here, and it doesn't naturally grow around here, so I'm really excited. So that's kind of the Tamed Roots box. Sorry, why did I say Tamed Roots? I used to get Tamed Roots. We can go over Tamed Roots boxes. But that is the Witch's Moon box, and I will do this probably, I'm going to say Tamed Roots like 6 different times. I have things I want to talk to you about them too. But this is the Witch's Roots box from the Witch's Moon. This is the only subscription box I get anymore. I suggest that you still go over to Tamed Wild. Tamed Wild, not even Tamed Roots. I'm losing it today, people. I'm sorry. So I still suggest you go check out Tamed Wild. I used to get their box, but they tended to do like a once every 3 months after a while, because they were just getting so popular, and that doesn't quite work for me. I really like the 1 month subscription, so I switched over to Witch's Roots, and I adore these little boxes. I adore learning about the herbs and the crystals and everything else that they tend to provide. And like I said, $30 for Americans, pretty reasonable for me. But other than that, remember, go to the Witch's Moon, click on the Witch's Roots, give them a shout out, and if anything, get on their email list, because their email list is free, and it actually does have a good amount of info. So, love you guys. That is all, and I hope you guys have a very witchy day. Go do magic.